Hello, hello! You won't believe where I am now. Well, actually I think you know because you read the title of this video, but I am in Dublin, Ireland for the second time in my life. I am here at the school at Trinity College because I brought a group of more than 30 students who came with me, with my family from Brazil to study here at this school. So I'm going to show you a bit of our experience here. Today we have a walking tour, so we're going to basically walk and see some interesting places, and that's what we're gonna do now. E esses vlogs vão ser quase todos em inglês para você já praticar o seu listening comigo. This is a beautiful school. Who remembers my first vlog here? I don't know if you remember, but my husband Anselmo studied here in 2017, so we were here. I will leave the link to this vlog in the description box. I just love this school. It's so beautiful, it's huge, and here we have students from many different nationalities. I've just heard some students speaking Italian, some students speaking Spanish, and look who's here, Jackie, my sister.
Hi, welcome to Ireland.
Are you enjoying the city?
A lot.
Ireland is not a city, it's the country, but are you enjoying Dublin?
Yes, it's really nice.
And what do you want to see or do here the most? I mean,
I want to do everything.
me too. So stay with us because we're doing amazing stuff here in Dublin.
So we're going to take you on a little tour of the streets and some interesting historical places, and then we will stop at certain points.
So we're having a walking tour here in the streets of Dublin. I'm here with my lovely students. We're crossing the street, so we have to be very careful because it's a different lane here, just like what we have in London. So it's the same different thing. Also here we have a restaurant called Brasileirinho, and we have some students inside. And as you see, I'm very famous here for some reason. I don't know why.
Hello. Is it English or Portuguese?
It's in English. It's an English speaking vlog. So,
yeah, I'm learning English. Yeah.
do you live here or you're?
I'm learning English here, but I'm starting to see many things in English in your channel in YouTube.
Thank you. That's so nice. So now you're on my channel too.
Yeah.
So this is my student Sandra. It's the second time she's here with me. She went to London with us last year, and now she's here again.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
If you're back, I think it's because you liked it, so.
I made 200 or 300 pubs in Dublin, so I don't know. You know, in this street, there were so many classics. This one, the one up there, the Slattery's, and the one I just showed you, that's like 4 on one street, and that's not even all of them on the one street. So Capel Street is a really good one for, you know, just like a nice vibe and just walking and eating and drinking.
She just said that there's more than 300 pubs in Dublin, and Dublin is not a very big city. There's lots of options for you if you like beer, if you like having a drink, and it's very traditional here.
We're going to stay on Capel Street for another few minutes, okay? There are lots of bars, lots of vintage and bargain stores, and when we come back, if we have time, or you know, if you want later on, you can go to some of the thrift shops. I recommend them.
Thrift shops, brechós, para quem não entendeu.
Thank you.
Where, she asked?
On this street?
This street.
On this street. So if you don't get a chance today, when you're on your break, as you can see, they have like very old, and even this one is quite modern, but it's remade in the same style of the old architecture.
That was just questioning myself. They're all the same. The aesthetic part of Dublin, it's totally standard. I was thinking about lifts, right? They call
Lift elevators.
Yeah, elevators. Do you think about like they think about building some elevators in the future? Or that's not.
It's because, right, and this is why we don't have high skyscrapers
Yes.
either, because the Dublin city planners, in their wisdom, they decided that Dublin has to stay at this certain level to preserve the facade of the yesterday, you know, like many, many yesterdays ago.
A habitação, porque não pode ter alto, vocês entenderam isso, né? Só quero que vocês não percam nada. É por isso, eles querem ficar com a cara de ontem, the face of yesterday. Yeah.
Ontem, no caso, 100 décadas atrás.
At least one decade. How old are
Exactly.
these buildings here?
Some of them have been knocked down and some of them have been rebuilt, so it varies. You know, they're not all the same age, no. But a lot of the streets would have been built during the Georgian era. That's when it was under the control of the British Empire. Remember I said to you about the thrift shops or the charity shops? So you have this one and this one. These are two. These are two of the most long established ones. So they're here quite a while. So again, if you can't afford the wool, you can maybe buy a jumper in there for like €3-4. We are going to cross the Liffey and I'm going to show you another place, and then we're going to go to a small art gallery which has a cafe and it's indoors, so we can get in out of the rain and you can relax. Also, it has a very peaceful garden. You can walk around the garden. It's very small but it's very nice. The different types of architecture from different eras, so like this is particularly modern, this one is quite old, and the blue with all the people on it, the stripe, this is the area of the city where people would do trading, they would do business. It's really unique in Dublin. There are lots of different types of architecture, but this one is particularly unique. Directly across the river is your school, Capel Street, okay? This place is really nice, pizza, especially late at night, it's not expensive. Oxfam books, also thrift shop. I'm getting out of breath. Lots of restaurants on this street as well, and straight at the top of the street you'll see Dublin Castle. I'm trying to keep it interesting for you guys about reality and today.
It is very
but there is a really sad history here, you know. So this is part of the last burst of activity to make Ireland free from the British Empire. Was 1916. I don't know if anybody you guys know about that. Well, we had you're nodding, so you understand a little bit about it. So 3 of the first people who were killed in the push for freedom in 1916, the Easter Rising, were killed here. I have a little prayer for them. They died so that we could live in freedom from the colonizer, so we have to honour their deaths, like, still. This is all Dublin Castle, so I'm going to bring you through the courtyard and we're going to go out the back into the Chester Beatty Library, okay? So many secrets of Dublin that I'm so happy to share with you guys.
We're happy too.
You're so kind, yes.
I just love meeting people and a perspective as well. Like, so Donald's group will have different stories to tell and you guys can share your stories together. So this, you know, this is a courtyard of Dublin Castle. There are still some government offices in, I don't know why, this place makes me feel like I need to be more respectful, you know, not shouting. So when we go outside, on the other side, you will see, on the left side as we go around, you will see more government offices. So they hold like courts and tribunals and things like that.
Now it looks like a castle. Because when we were inside, okay, it doesn't look like a castle.
And I'm going to tell you more about how it looks like a castle, right? When we come out of the art gallery, we're going to go down that way to leave, okay? So when we go out there, you're going to see that it's very much like a castle. We kind of walked past it on the other side of the road, but there's like a really imposing, the entrance hall of the castle, okay? And you can actually go in sometimes and see it, so we'll see if we can do that then, okay?
So we're still having our walking tour, and what you see over there is the Dublin Castle. And it's funny because, you know, it's a castle, it's 1,000 years old, and it's in the middle of the city. So this is Ireland. So you see it's a beautiful mixture of the modern and the old. So we have a castle here. And another thing I would like to mention is the grass, because I don't know if it's just me, but I think that the grass actually looks greener here. Maybe it's because of the weather, but I see if you touch the grass, you know, it looks, I don't know, fluffy. It's full of grass. So I don't know, for me it looks a little different. I think it's a different species. And here's something else I would like to show you. Come here. So we were talking about the grass, right? So we have a message here. Walking tours, please stay off the grass. So that means we cannot step on the grass. That's why the grass is so beautiful, probably. But here's something interesting. So we have the message in English, but you also have the message in this funny language. Do you know what language this is? This is Gaelic. Because here in Ireland, people speak both Gaelic and English. Did you know that? Let me know in the comments. So this is Grafton Street, you know, from the Ed Sheeran song. I met her on Grafton Street. Yeah, Galway Girl. If you don't know this song, you should definitely search for it because it's a very nice song. And I'm here really in front of this cafe, and our tour guide has just told us that this cafe is haunted. Not the cafe actually, but the theater inside the cafe. Do you know this word? Haunted. É mal assombrado. So they tell lots of stories about this place. I'm not gonna go there and check it because I don't want to talk to a ghost today, so let's keep going. Okay, so this is Trinity College. It's the main college here in Ireland. And you know who studied here? Oscar Wilde, the author, you know, the famous Irish author. He's very famous for his witty phrases. And also Bram Stoker, I think, the author of Dracula, you know, the vampire story. I think he studied here. I'll have to check, but probably. And this is a very nice building. And I've just learned a new word. So one of the students, she asked me, how do you say torto, teacher? Because there's a building which is not straight, it's torto. So I told her, well, if you don't know the word, so use an opposite, you know. So, you know, that building which is not straight, it's like this. So I was teaching her how to say things in other words. But now I asked the tour guide, and you know what she said? Leaning. So it's a word that I already knew. So the Leaning Tower of Pisa, for example, it's not like this, it's like this. It's a leaning building. Prédio torto. It's a leaning building. It's a brand new day. I'm at home, at least my home for the next few days. Um apartamento da Liffey, que é uma empresa que aluga aqui na Irlanda apartamentos, hostels. Nossos alunos estão em hostels da Liffey. Então, hostel não é hostel. A gente fala hostel in English. And it's a very comfortable place. E eu nem lembro se eu falei no início desse vídeo, mas nós estamos aqui com a Seda Intercâmbios, uma empresa que é nossa parceira há muitos anos. Já fizemos várias viagens com a Seda Intercâmbios e essa é mais uma delas. Trouxemos mais de 30 alunos aqui pra Irlanda dessa vez. E é a casa da Seda, né? A Seda College é a escola onde eles estão estudando. Let me know in the comments if you want to know more about studying here in Ireland. And also, let me know in the comments, me conta nos comentários também o quanto você tá conseguindo entender aqui desses vlogs 100% em inglês. Tão fáceis, tão difíceis, querem que eu faça mais? Interage aqui comigo, because I read all the comments. So, oh my god, I feel so fancy here. So first question, how do you feel about the Irish accent so far? Is it hard?
It's a bag.
A bag. So Mika is saying that they speak fast, but it's easy to understand. Do you agree? Yes. I'll have to disagree because for me it's hard. Oh my god, some accents are really hard for me. The first one is Welsh. Do you know what Welsh means? Where is this person from? Someone who's Welsh. Wales. So this person is from Wales, País de Gales. Wales, País de Gales. Welsh, Gales. What is shepherd? What is it? Pastor. O Senhor é meu pastor e nada me faltará. The Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Quem me acompanha no Instagram viu essa semana. And here's something about pronunciation. Many people would say Catholic, porque a gente fala católico, but in English, Catholic. Catholic. Only 2 syllables actually. Catholic. Catholic. Then he mentioned the Holy Trinity. Do you understand the Holy Trinity? A Santíssima Trindade, the God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Then he said, he used the word shamrock. And I was really paying attention to this word because there is a pub in Porto Alegre, an old pub, it was called Shamrock Irish Pub. And I didn't know what that meant. And shamrock is the same as clover, not the same, but clover é trevo, shamrock é trevo. Fui pro Google, né, gente, aproveitar nosso Wi-Fi para ver qual é a diferença. So clover has 4 leaves and the shamrock has 3 leaves. Actually, Saint Patrick used the clover or the shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity. Our tour guide yesterday, girls, do you remember? Where are the girls? So what did he say? Oh, he said that Ireland was a blessed country because there were lots of clovers and shamrocks. So people would say, okay, God is here because I can see the clover, I can see the shamrock. And then pronunciation again, Castelos Celtas, Celtic castles. So we don't say Celtic, we say Celtic. And castle, you don't pronounce the T, okay? Celtic castles. Forget the T. Farmers and blacksmiths. So you know what farmers are, but do you know what blacksmiths are? Ferreiro, pessoa que trabalha com ferro. Tanto que o sobrenome mais popular aqui em inglês é Smith, que significa ferreiro. And then he said, the French enjoyed an exquisite lifestyle here. Era estilo de vida esquisito? No. Exquisite é? Chique, exótico, então eles achavam refinado. Missa, pegaram? Como é que se fala missa? Mass. M-A-S-S. What was his main piece of advice? He said, well, this would be my main piece of advice here for you traveling in Ireland. Dormiram. Mas eu peguei porque eu tô estudando aqui, gente. Então ele falou assim, ó, going to day trips, explore the country. Don't stay in Dublin because the country is huge and it's small at the same place at the same time. So what do castles represent here? Are they like Disney castles, like the magic and wow, princesses and no? So what do they represent? Power. Good. Power. They represent power and prestige. And also the evolvement of Ireland. So it's a lot of history. And you know what's funny? It seems like every Irish people knows this much about history. I don't know if we know this much about our own country. So I think we can use this as an inspiration for us to learn more about the place where we live, our own history, because people here really know what everything means. And I think we should do this with our country too. Just one last thing. People were allowed to be Catholics here only in 1922. Is that correct? In 1922. They weren't allowed to be Catholics here. Quando eles se libertaram do Império Britânico, aí as pessoas poderiam ser católicas em paz, sem fingir, sem mentir. So I learned a lot from this and we're gonna learn a lot in the castle too. Now we're vlogging this. Hello, YouTube. These are my students and we're learning a lot from a lot about Ireland here. And can you just show the students? Say hi to YouTube. Yay! Yay! Woohoo! So we're now in Kilkenny, which is a city, actually a small town near Dublin. It's a day trip. We're here now, but we're coming back today in the evening, and we're here to visit this very famous castle, Kilkenny Castle. It's from the 12th century, so there's a lot of history here. Before entering the castle, our students are having an activity here, getting to know you. They are asking information, they are asking personal information to their classmates, speaking English as well. So our tour guide, he was from Dublin, and it's funny because instead of saying Dublin, he says Dublin. Instead of saying flight, he says Floyd. So the accent is very different here. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to understand, but it's possible. So don't be scared if you want to come to Dublin. You have to get used to it, you know. So here we have a beautiful garden. Take a look here. This is the garden of the castle. So as I said, it's from the 12th century, so many years ago. There's some kids here. The weather is fine. Take a look at our beautiful students speaking English and interacting with each other. Brazilians and Irish people, they like to explore the geographic connection as well. Esse lugar onde a gente está hoje já foi, antes dos dinossauros, o Brasil, o lugar que é o Brasil. Se é isso que eu posso dizer, não sei, é o que eu entendi. Fala, amiga.
Did they also have their gold taken from them?
Exactly. So, yeah, so he said that Brazilians and Argentinians, we had the gold taken from us, but we stand up and we fight. So this is what the Irish people have in common with us too. So I think that was very interesting. What's your name again? I forgot.
Steve.
Steven. How do you say nothing?
Nothing.
Did you hear that?
I say nothing.
Nothing. So you don't need to learn the TH sound, okay? More, please.
Knock your mic off.
No, yeah, it's off.
More.
More.
Potato is right. Are you ready? Potato.
Can you say that again, please?
Potato is potato.
Potato.
Potato. No, there's no P. No P.
No
It's P. Potato.
Do you like potato? Okay, I don't even know how to say that.
Potato.
Potato. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, got it. Okay. Oh, and there was a sad part of the story, the Great Famine in Ireland. Did you get this part? Eu li antes em um vlog, na verdade, eu vi um vlog, não sei se vocês chegaram a assistir, teve um problema nas batatas aqui, das potatoes. Elas ficaram infectadas. E aí as pessoas não tinham o que comer porque a batata era a principal comida aqui. Muita gente morreu, saiu e foi um horror. E tem um monumento perto do rio ali que cruza a cidade. Tem, né, Isabel? Eu não vi ainda, tá? Mas tem lá, são umas pessoas, umas estátuas assim, em homenagem a essas pessoas que faleceram na Grande Fome. Now, before you sleep... Ah, Jaque quer falar.
Não, quero falar.
Jaque quer falar. Jaque.
I just would like to add that there is a short story about the Great Famine in Ireland. It's called A Modest Proposal from Jonathan Swift, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a suggestion to eat the kids, like literally. And of course it's ironical, but it's a very nice portrait of the story of the time.
Well, if you're hungry, we have 2 kids, okay? So, what else?
It's unbelievable, but it's part of
If it's
literature.
Jonathan Swift, he's the writer of Gulliver's Travels, right?
Yeah, it's something.
Oh yeah, we are correct?
Yes.
Okay, we know something. I'm happy. So, before your sleep, a gente vai ter uma pequena gincana aqui. I'm gonna ask you some questions. 3 perguntas valendo 3 prêmios, tá? A primeira eu considero muito fácil, tá bom? Where is a Welsh person from? Carlos. Wales. Okay, congratulations. A round of applause, please. Agora eu vou fazer uma pergunta em português, mas a resposta tem que ser em inglês, tá bom? São 2 palavras que eu vou perguntar. Quais são as 2 palavras para trevo? Peraí. Vamos levantar a mão. Todo mundo baixa a mão. Baixou? Não, baixa a mão. Baixou. 3, 2, 1. Ruby agora. Aê, muito bem. E de presente você vai ganhar um Shamrock Magnet. Yay. Oh, round of applause. Tá, eu vou fazer uma pergunta que eu falei. Se antes, no ônibus, eu falei 2 palavras. Vamos ver se vocês lembram. What do castles represent? Pera aí, a Marta vai. Tô torcendo, vai. Power and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bep. Agora todo mundo baixa a mão, nós vamos chamar de novo, né? Eu acho que é mais justo. 3, 2, 1, go. Agora foi a Mica. Desculpa, Cecília. Vai, Mica, o que é?
Power prestige.
Yes, congratulations. So this is the end of a very special day, and I'm here with a beautiful group of students, and I love this mic. That's why I am always, talking here. I want to show you our lovely driver. Can you say hi?
Hello!
So if you like this video and this vlog, please, what do they have to do? Give it a thumbs up and
Subscribe.
subscribe and do English in Brazil! Yay!